Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Shimano SH-RC102 budget cycling shoes. Shimano's RC1 shoes are the brand's most affordable cycling shoes and have just been refreshed with the latest RC102 model. The RC102 is marketed as a budget-friendly cycling shoe that share the DNA with Shimano's top-of-the-line S-PHYRE road shoes. Packaging-wise, you just have their standard cardboard box with the blue Shimano logo. You can see the variation we have here is Euro 44 in the white. That's about it with the box. So I'll go ahead and open this up and we'll go over the specs. So retail price on this is only $110, so very affordable. You have a 3-strap design, so no boa dials here as you would expect at this lower price point. You also have a fiberglass reinforced outsole that gives you comfort and a little bit of stiffness. It's 3-bolt compatible, so you can use this with the Shimano SPD-SL or Lokio pedals. And they also have this very cool reflective printing. It's a little bit hard to see on camera, but you can see this area all here from the heel forward has a little shinier region, which helps with visibility at night. You also have a synthetic upper with recycled mesh material, so you have nice flexibility, which is important when you're doing longer rides or riding the indoor trainer. As far as what comes with them, obviously you get both shoes, a little bit of padding on the inside, and then their safety instructions here as well. Let's take a look at the weight of these shoes. So the left shoe and the Euro 44 men's is 282. And then the right shoe is 281. It's actually pretty light, and that's one of the advantages of not having the BOA system. Visually, the RC102 shoes combine Shimano's wraparound design with a simplified upper construction to achieve a very friendly price point. The shoes have a flexible synthetic upper construction, and again, they have this wraparound design where the side of this goes all the way in, and the upper piece wraps around above it to really enclose your feet. And that eliminates any additional structure or chafing. You have great amount of perforations here as well, so for breathability, you can see all these little holes cut out to the upper and extend up the side. If we shine a light here, that really shows off that feature. So you can see with the light, it's all lit up, and this is almost translucent, similar to the S-PHYRE shoes. So definitely good breathability, and you can see that little mesh material here, the knitted material on the upper also lights up. You even have a little air inlet on the bottom front, which will funnel air down inside the shoe as well. Shimano currently offers these shoes in 3 colors for men. It's black, navy, and white. Obviously, we have the white version here. There's also a women's version, which has black and then a unique violet color. The shoes are pretty understated in their design. You can see very basic branding. You have Shimano on the top, RC1 printed here with this little reflective gold color. And then you also have this reflective finish along the back heel side. So I'm not sure how well this actually shows up, but there's a little bit of a texture to it. So you can see the little lines here, and that gives you additional reflectivity when you're riding at night. So if I shine the light on here, you can see they should really light up and help with nighttime riding. Otherwise, a very simple shoe. You have the 3-strap enclosures, and that's one of the reasons this is so cheap. They don't have a BOA dial. Instead, you have Velcro straps. And you can see nice big Velcro design, an extended handle, which I like, makes it easier to grab. And you can see how they actually did little cutouts here for each of the straps. So you can adjust the fit in each zone separately. And then you can see when you really open this up, you can really adjust the fit, and you have that really cool wraparound design again. So as you tighten this, you can see it really pulls them in. So it's a great option, especially if you're doing indoor training or a lot of trainer rides. It's a lot easier than the BOA dials. You can make quick adjustments, but you do lack the micro tightening and loosening features of BOA dials. This one's more pull and adjust. It is a downgrade from the RC3. The RC3 has a single dial, while this one has almost the same design with the strap. So it's definitely marketed for different uses. So if you prefer straps or you want to save that extra $20, you can see this one comes with the adjustable zones, while the RC3 shoes only have one adjustment, which adjusts the whole area. But with this 3-strap design, you can adjust each zone separately. You can also see, if we look at the profile, you have a nice wide toe box like all of Shimano shoes. So more comfortable if you have wider feet, and it's a more anatomically correct. The other reason these RC1 shoes are more affordable is that they have a fiberglass base, so you don't have a carbon composite sole. It's fiberglass reinforced, so about half the stiffness of their higher end S-PHYRE. That's actually more comfortable, so if you're doing longer rides, you have a little bit more give. You can see it's basic black construction, but they've actually integrated pretty nicely with the outsole. So you can see the outsole and the upper have a very narrow combination region, and they're really blended together. So it's not just a big base attached to an upper like you see with some of the older shoes. It's really well thought out, and that's why it has more of that S-PHYRE feel as it's more integrated. You have this interesting textured area here, so if your feet slip on the pedals, that'll actually provide some grip. And then you have the heel bumper and a little subtle toe bumper here as well. This is a 3-bolt compatible setup, so Shimano SPD-SL or Look Keo will work on this. You have very subtle markings on here, so you can see they're hard to see until the light hits them. And you have fore and aft adjustment. You also have that little air inlet on the front, which gives you a little bit of air on the inside. If we go to the inside and pull out the insole, you can see pretty standard design, just a foam construction with minimal arch support. The inside of the shoe is a little bit more interesting though, just like the other Shimano shoes. You have this honeycomb design that goes all the way up to the front. So it's a pretty cool setup, and you can see this will actually let air through and provide a little bit more comfort. Thanks to the Velcro design of the RC1 shoes, they're really easy to put on and take off, which is one of the downsides of the higher end S-PHYRE. So with this one, it opens up wide, even with the wraparound design, and then you can easily jump on the bike. As I mentioned, these shoes are really better suited for indoor training or spin classes, as the Velcro design isn't that useful on the road where making adjustments harder. But as you can see here, if you're riding the trainer allowed doing indoor riding, these shoes are really nice. You have that flexible sole, and you can feel it flex when you're walking on the ground around the outsole, but it gives you more comfort compared to a stiff carbon sole. So when you're on a spin bike or a trainer where you don't have a lot of movement, this compensates for that, unlike the road where you're really moving around. So you have the additional comfort there and the wider toe box that you expect from Shimano. And with the wraparound design, you do have nice comfort, but again, with the softer outsole being that fiberglass nylon construction, it's not really an S-PHYRE shoe. It's definitely softer and better suited for more recreational riding or indoor training. We found the shoes to be pretty comfortable though, so with the Euro 44, even in the non-wide version, they're nice and soft and flexible, and again with the Velcro, you have a lot of adjustment, but obviously you can't make quick adjustments on the road. But it's a nice shoe overall, and definitely at this price point, you get a lot of value and the Shimano quality you'd expect. Taking off the shoes is also really comfortable and easy, so with the Velcro, you just pop it off and slide your feet out, which again is a lot harder to do with the S-PHYRE shoes. We're lucky enough to have done quite a few Shimano reviews already, so we can actually give you a comparison across the lineup. We have the RC102 and then the RC302 here. They're both the latest variations of the models, and you can see pretty similar. Obviously the graphical treatment's a little bit different, and the big difference here is the BOA dial versus the strap. So the RC1 is definitely better suited for indoor training or more casual cyclists who don't like the BOA dial. But you can see otherwise very similar. They have a very similar wraparound design, so it goes underneath. And with this one, you get a single zone BOA versus the 3-strap system. The outsoles are the same, so same fiberglass outsole, same stiffness, same air inlet and adjustment. And with this one, it's only $20 more, so not a big price difference. So if you prefer a dial, I would definitely spend the extra $20 and get the RC3. If you're more indoor training, you just prefer the straps and you want more adjustability, then the RC1's a nice option. Now we don't have the RC5, so it would go RC1, RC3, RC5, which we don't have, and then the RC7. This one's about $250, I believe, so double the price of the RC1. You get a cool, almost iridescent finish with this metallic design. Dual BOA dials, they don't have the micro loosening at this price point, but you do have micro tightening. So more adjustment here, you can adjust each section. Same wraparound design, and again, that's the great thing about Shimano, they share that feature. And you can see on the outsole, that's a big difference. This is carbon fiber, so stiffness 10 versus what's about a 6 on this fiberglass design. But you can see more integrated design for both. So they really shared that same treatment, air inlets, the heel bumpers, so you definitely get the same DNA. And then if you go to the top, the RC9 S-PHYRE, you can see beautiful finish. Obviously color shifting, one of my favorites. Dual BOA Li2 dials, so micro tightening and adjustment. So you can go each direction. Obviously you're not going to be cross-shopping these. This is over $400 versus the $100 RC1. But you can see much more integrated. Their stiffest carbon fiber sole, so it's 12 out of 12, where I believe this one's a 6 out of 12. And a much more integrated design. And they even have the power, so might as well show it here. It's about $25 more. A single dial version that's more focused for track riders or sprinters. So more stiff, even lighter, and you get this cool crystal finish around the heel cup, which is a pretty cool effect, but again, much stiffer and a lot more expensive. Now let's go to the pros and cons of the RC1 shoes. What I like about them, they have a budget-friendly price. At only $110, they're pretty well built. Also, you have that flexible nylon outsole, which is really comfortable, especially on indoor trainer or a spin bike. Also, with the Velcro straps, it makes it really easy to put the shoes on and take them off, as they open up nice and wide, which is one downside of the S-PHYRE shoes, the BOA dials. The main negative here is you have very basic insoles, so we'd recommend swapping them out if you have wider feet for additional comfort. And then the RC3 shoes are only $20 more and have a BOA dial. So if you're looking for something more for outdoor riding, it's kind of hard to justify the RC1 over the RC3 for such a small premium. Taking everything into account, we give these shoes a 9.2 out of 10. These are high quality shoes at a budget price point. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.